her rate. Am I streaming? Yes, I am. Advent of Code, day 23. I couldn't do day 22. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. But it's nice that this year I'm able to commit to all of them at least. Yeah, before the previous years I only went until maybe 15, 17, so yeah. Even though it feels bad to not finish them, still nice. 23 CD, touch main.odin, like so. Let's say 0, 1. Up. Up. Maybe I should have done like some kind of library file to store like command functions, but that's basically the only common thing I have, so it's really useful. Not really useful. Example. Odin run. Take care about the speed. Okay, day 23. The helps resume water filtering operations. Clean water starts flowing over the edge of Island. Hey, good morning. Good morning to you, Ian. How are you doing? They offer to help you go over the edge of Island too. Just hold on tight to one end of this impossibly long rope and they'll lower you down a safe distance from the massive waterfall you just created. As you finally reach Snow Island, you see that the water isn't really reaching the ground. It's being absorbed by the air itself. It looks like you'll finally have a little downtime while the moisture builds up to snow-producing levels. Snow Island is pretty scenic, even without any snow. Why not take a walk? Great. How about yourself? Yeah, I'm doing good. Just a standard day. I've been doing this, almost for the past week, where I just work out, shower, stream Advent of Code, and then do a bunch of cool programming stuff in the afternoon, and my life has been great. And making some YouTube videos and so on. So, yeah, it has been a nice programming vacations. And yeah, back to work in 3 days. It looks like you'll finally have a little daughter. Yes, there is a map of nearby hiking trails, your puzzle input that indicates path, forest, and steep slopes. Oh. Is it again some kind of path thing and we have to pick the path that is... Oh no, it doesn't look like it. Did I... Since you've been watching me do a few of those Advent of Code days, are you going to do it yourself next year, maybe, Ian? Did I motivate you? Sleep slope. Okay, so this is the example. No, you don't want to do Advent of Code. Why not? Why not? Why not? Doesn't it seem fun? You're currently on the single path tile in the top row. Your goal, okay, so this one. Your goal is to reach the single path tile in the bottom row. Yeah, okay, this one. Because of all the mist from the waterfall, the slopes are probably quite icy. If you step onto a slope tile, you're next. I sleep watching your video after sometimes. God damn, I make you sleepy. Ah, fuck. That wasn't the goal. That wasn't the goal. I mean, I guess that makes a lot of what is it called again? View time or whatever. Watch time, yeah. You make me a good amount of watch time, but that doesn't matter. Ah well. I make people sleepy. Fuck man. Well. I mean, as long as you enjoy it, hopefully you learn some stuff from it. But I like your seed. It's probably... I don't speak Odin very well. Ah, yes. But Odin, like if you know, see, Odin isn't too far apart from it, huh? Like it's a relatively simple language, I think. Uh, but yeah, I guess there is some new concepts. Yeah, I think you should be fine. You're currently blah, 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 blah. Because of all the minutes and waterfalls, the slope are probably quite icy. Yes, if you understand the syntax. Yeah, I mean, the syntax is like any other programming language. I guess there is a differ keyword that there is only in a few programming language, but like for loops, if, yeah, like you can do ranges like this, which is relatively common. You declare a struct with curly braces. You can make a dictionary or a map like so. Yeah, I think it's relatively a relatively intuitive language. Huh? If you know a programming language like the constructs are the same. Yeah, indeed. So it's not too bad to learn, I think. If you step onto a slope tile, your next step must be downhill in the direction of the arrow is pointing. To make sure you have the most scenic hike possible, never step onto the same tile twice. What is the longest hike you can take? So I start here, I go there. But can't I go just backward and forward until infinity on like those two tiles? What is the most scenic hike? Never step onto the... Oh, fuck, yeah, okay. I didn't read the bold text, my bad. Never step onto the same tile twice. No, you have to start from the top. You're currently on the single pass tile on the top row. Yeah, that one. And you have to go down to this one. And so the goal is to maximize the number of tile I step onto. And those special slope tile make you force you in a certain direction. Okay. Also, what the fuck? Because there is like... Oh, am I actually allowed to go in the woods? I don't get it. Because like this is blocked. Anyway, let's just keep reading. If you step onto a slope, you must be downhill. Okay. Never step onto the same tile twice. What is the longest hike you can take? In the example above, the longest hike you can take is marked with O, and your starting position is marked S. Wait, am I blind? Oh, okay, I didn't see that this was a slope. Okay. So I can go there. Okay. That looks like a hard problem. Fuck. Fuck. This is like reverse Dijkstra. Because we, instead of getting the minimum path, we're trying to get the longest path. Get the longest path in a graph. Is there a longest path problem? Graph theory, the longest path problem is the problem of finding a simple path of maximum length in a given path. A path is called simple if it does not repeated vertices, that's what I want. May either be measured in the number of edges. Yes, I don't care, I just want the NPR. I don't care about NP hardness. I want to know parameterized complexity. See also. And there isn't an algorithm for this. Oh, NP hard. So it's an exponential problem, non-polynomial, meaning it generally takes just a longer time, I guess. And the decision is NP complete. Okay, I mean, it's great that it's NP or not NP or whatever. I just want an algorithm for it. Is there like A star? Yeah, but A star is again for the minimum path. How do I get the maximum length path? I mean, maybe I can tweak A star or Dijkstra to show me the maximum. Yeah, actually in Dijkstra it's like it's actually not the minimum, I mean it's... Oh wait, no, I mean yeah, I'm saying garbage. Huh. NPR can be shown réduit. Hamiltonian path. Nope. Weighted complete graph. Nope. Cyclic graph. Most graph distance origin is not sufficient. Running the shortest path algorithm, okay, so Dijkstra or A star, on -g. Okay, for most graph, this transformation is not useful because it creates a cycle of negative length g. But if g is a directed acyclic graph, do we have a directed acyclic graph? I guess since we cannot step onto the same tile ever again, kinda. Forest graph? Is that something? Forest graph? Tree. Yeah, but that's not a tree. That's Do you mean just a tree? Or like by forest graph? Or like multiple trees? Hmm. But here it's saying that the longest path between two given vertices S and T in a weighted graph G is the same thing as the shortest path in a graph minus G. But how do you invert a graph? Derived from G by changing every weight to its negation. Oh. I wonder how that would translate in this particular problem. Because like if this is those are the nodes of the graph and the edges are like invisible, but they're like always one, I guess. The edges are always one, but if we put them to -1, Oh yeah, I guess which was I guess no. J'ai visited. Which one? Which day was it where we did Dijkstra? 17? Yeah, I think it was 17. I mean, did Dijkstra and failed, I should say. So this is Dijkstra. This is Dijkstra and this is Dijkstra. And at some point we do min somewhere, no? Wait. I mean, I did some garbage with this whole function, but at some point there is we take the minimum or something. Yes, if lower than. Okay, and I think the only thing that I need to do is replace this lower than by a greater than. So we update the maximum path if we find a better maximum path. So I think we can use Dijkstra for this, or a star or whatever. But we just reverse this condition and this condition. So instead of lower than, it's greater than. And yeah, that sounds okay. Let's read a bit more. So therefore, if the shortest path can be found in -g, then longest path also can be found in G. Okay. For most graphs, this transformation is not useful because it creates cycles of negative length. But if G is a directed acyclic graph, there is no negative cycle can be created and longest path. Okay. Okay, DFS. That sounds familiar. What is DFS? Distributed file system. No. Depth first search. Yeah, no, I don't think that's it. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, no, I think Dijkstra with the condition reversed is the way to go. I mean, at least I think from what I read here, it makes sense. And yeah, I know what you mean by, I guess what you mean by DFS is that you just run DFS on the thing and but then you try every single path. But with Dijkstra, you don't have to try every single path, which is an advantage. Because I don't think every single path on the input will work. This hike contains 94 steps. The other possible hikes you could have taken were 90, 86, 82, 82, and 74 steps long. Find the longest hike you can take through the hiking trails listed on your map. How many steps long is for longest hike? The fact that they are listing them here makes me wonder. It makes me wonder. What is that song again? Whatever. The fact that they are listing the different steps here makes me think that maybe you're right, and we just have to find every single possible path to the end and do the max of the max step of those. That sounds, I don't know, that sounds hard. So how we do, like for the DFS approach, which sounds, I mean, I guess a bit simpler than Dijkstra, but the input is like probably huge, no? Yeah, doesn't look too bad. So we just implement a recursive function that tries to go left, right, and so it tries all the neighbor, and then advances like so. There is no choice for all of those. And for example, here there is a crossroad where I can go right or down, and here we would recurse in this direction and in this direction. And of course, we keep a list of visited of node that we already visited. And then at some point, if we reach the end, we return the count, I guess. Okay, maybe indeed, maybe DFS could work. And yeah, hopefully, yeah. Since the thing is that makes me think that it may also work on the real inputs. List of path with cost of steps taken to complete the path, and then find the longest step path. Yeah, I don't think I even need a list of paths. I think I can just return the count of each of them, like the length of each of them in the recursion, instead of returning the path itself, and just do the max of this. But yeah, I can also return the path. How many steps? Yeah, the thing that makes me think that DFS is possible, and we don't have to do the extra, is that it says here that there is only 6 total, 6 possible paths in this. Meaning that, I don't know, maybe there is like 20 or 100 in input, and looking through 100 paths is rather easy, even if you try all of them, so I think it's okay. But first I have to... how do they call it? Yeah, they call it a map. I'm gonna call it a forest. Yeah. Forest is a dynamic array of room. As usual, I think I've done this thing 200 times now. Strings, split line iterator, S. Have to import Unicode UTF-8, and we do append forest, and it's UTF-8 to string, yes. Wait, no, it's the opposite. It's string to rooms. Line like so, and defer, delete forest, and for in forest do delete row like so. Let's quickly print out forests. 23. Yes, that looks accurate. Then we do start is a position, and end is also a position. And we do for, I don't know, for tile x in forest first row, do if tile is equal to an empty spot, do a start is equal to x 0, and we do the same thing for len forest -1. If tile is equal to this, we do end is equal to this, and here it's len forest -1. Hey, what's up? I'm good. Still doing Advent of Code as usual. How about you? So today's problem is we have a map like so, and those are the tiles we cannot go on, and this is like the path that we can go on. And when there is an arrow, it forces us to go in a certain direction, and we have to find the longest path from the start to the end. I'm good as well. Did you solve? I did not. I suck. So yesterday's problem was too hard. But I was close though. Huh? I think I was really close, but no. Too hard. Yeah, I think I'm missing like a very small thing to figure it out, but couldn't do it. And yeah, there was some days where I spent like 5 hours on it, but I don't know, it was a bit too much. Like I think spending like 2-3 hours on it max, even if I fail, is better for the rest of the day where I can still enjoy myself even if I failed. Anyway, from start to end, and then let's call this function DFS because why not? Forest this of rule. Then what do we want? We want the current tile, the current position, and we want visited, which will be a map of position, and let's make it a set like so. And do I want like I think I want a pointer to it, and we return the length of the path. And so if we do I think I'm gonna need end as well. If current is equal to end, do return 0. Yeah, because we are already there. Next, I need to visited create a map, a set. I mean, like a map that acts like a set. Struct defer delete visited. And I need, yeah, that's pretty much it, I think. I need to do max path length is equal to DFS of forests. Let's pass a slice to it. Current start and this end. And visited is visited, except we have to give a pointer to it. And at the very end, we print max path length and part 1 missing return statement. Let's do it like so for now. Okay, it compiles. Next, we need to. Yeah, the stuff that I copy paste everywhere. It's this to iterate over the neighbors. Up. It's not city map, it is forest. It's forest here as well. Show. So mods. Can we do if current in visited do return 0 as well? If it's a step that we already went on, we just don't explore it. I guess it's more accurate to put it here, like if a neighbor is if neighbor is in visited, then we ignore it. Like so, and we continue. Okay, so iterate over this, get the neighbor, which is current plus mod, that's still fine. If it's outside of the bound or we already visited it, we just ignore it. That is fine as well. And then I need to max path length is equal to 0. and I need to do max path length is equal to max of max path length and DFS neighbor, and of course still forest neighbor and visited, like so, and here we return max path length. Does that look accurate? I mean, I'm not taking into account those like the icy slopes one for now, but let's try it like so, make sure it doesn't like do an infinite recursion. It does not, but it crashes. It does not, but it crashes. Yes, and I need to do visited current is, well, we need to mark current as visited, I guess. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so 0, which is nice. I mean, it's not nice, but is it doing stuff? Okay, it is doing stuff. But I need to return 1 plus. That's all. Okay, 504, which is not correct, but I'm not taking into account the arrows, so I think taking into account the arrows should make it smaller. So what we need is I should do it like this, and here we need to do if forest yes, and I definitely need to wait. I definitely need to do as well if forest neighbor y neighbor x is equal to somewhere where we cannot go. We don't go there. Okay, that's a bit better. Then we do if if forest current y current x can we do strings string can we do contains? So there is a substring. I want to like have a cut, trim, join, scrub, fields, repeat. What is fields? Slice of substrings. Oh, isn't it just split? Whatever. Repeat, remove, replace, compare. Is there like in set? Maybe it's in UTF-8. Full rune, valid rune. Encode, decode. No, that doesn't look like it. Let's look at the more generic documentation, maybe. No, car. Is there like Unicode? Nope. Yeah, I want this. I want the str chr, but I want it in. What are you looking for? I'm looking for a function that says. I mean, it's a bit stupid. I could just do like. I could just do like a long condition, but I'm curious about Odin. I just want a condition that looks like is in Like I want to check that this character is in this this set of characters. Like, you see what I mean? Like in C, you could do like str, chr, like this, different than 0, different than null. Like so, I think that's what I usually do. And I would like the same thing in Odin, but it probably exists, I just don't know the name. You know what I mean? Or did I explain it badly? I just want to know if a character is in a set of characters. Is in a set of certain characters. I guess I could use the contain, but that's for strings. That's not for. Oh, ASCII set contains. Yes, that's it. Oh fuck, that's an ASCII set. Is there just contains? Contains Annie. Yes, exactly. But that's a string contains rune. Yep, alright, found it. Found it. And so it's in. Oh, it's in strings actually. Strings contains. Oh fuck, it was just here. And so I give it a string and I give it a rune. And yep, and I don't need this. Up. Okay, that makes my life easier. Actually, I don't know why I did this. I mean, it's nice to know that it exists now, but that was a bit, that was a waste of time because I'm going to do a switch anyway. And I'm gonna do a case for each of them. Up, down, let's do left, right, like so, and otherwise. Hi Charles. Hello. How are you doing? Do you have any plans for Christmas, Kenny? Will you do Advent of Code? Are you doing Advent of... I thought you said you were going to do like the few first days, I think. Did you try it? I mean, I'm doing it, but I suck at it, so... so you know. But yeah, still fun. What was I going to do? Yes, only go up if it's going this way. Yes, I have a week off now. I'll do it after Christmas. You're doing Advent of Code after Christmas? Ah, that's blasphemy. You're supposed to work and work after work as well. No, but yeah, it's still in the Christmas spirit, so nice for you. Do you have a specific language, a specific language or technology you want to try out? I saw you did some Elixir tests on your GitHub, because I'm a stalker. So yeah, Elixir seems nice. Okay, I knew it! I knew it! God damn it, my stalking job worked out. Let's go. But yeah. Spying on my GitHub. Yes, indeed, of course. That's what GitHub is for. But yeah, Elixir seems really nice. I looked at it because I was looking, as you know, into HTMX, which is, I mean, you probably know it, but it's like basically you handle like most of the front end actually on the back end. And I learned that Elixir, like there is a Phoenix framework for doing web application in Elixir. And Elixir, I think it was Phoenix. I'm spelling this very wrongly. It's called Phoenix Live, which is this, but built into Phoenix. Live View. Was it this? I forgot how it's called. But it's basically same thing as HTMX, but more integrated into Elixir, which seemed nice. And also Elixir is more functional programming, so that sounds nice as well, just as a language. Like a mix between I mean, yes, I was trying to learn Erlang at some point, but I gave up. Learn X and Y. I'm curious to see what Elixir looks like, because I saw that there is a like nice pipelining thing. And I saw that it also looks like a bit, I mean, visually it looks like a bit Ruby, like Ruby. Like it has atoms, but let's see. Head, tail, you can concatenate. Oh, that's normal. Multi-line strings. Okay, string concatenation is a bit strange. Yeah, it's very Ruby-like. Ah, yes, this kind of shit. Wait, no, Ruby doesn't have this. It has like the fat arrow. I love how you can put guards on functions. Ah, yes. Yeah, that's really nice. It makes stuff really clear. I don't know if there is any example of this here. I mean, that looks just like a sane programming language. Ah, the when. Oh, yeah, indeed. Indeed, that looks nice. But what does it do then? So maybe I should zoom in. So def area, it defines a function, then it takes a circle and when is number. But what if it's not a number? It means like it's just gonna crash, or does it return a default value? Because you can do like guards as just an if statement in like the first lines of code as well. And you do if is number, do this or something. Or if not is number, but yeah. Support guards when the function is called the first. Ah, okay, I see. It's just like in Haskell actually. There's a if it doesn't have a yeah, I see. There's the same thing in Haskell. How is it called? It's not called guards, or maybe it is. I think it may be called guards. Yes, there is the same thing in Haskell, where you can do like your function, and then you have a pipe like so, and you have a list of pipes, and you can put condition, 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 and then at the very end you have an otherwise, and that's a default. Yeah, I see what you mean. Does it have a pattern matching as well? Because that's very Haskell-like and very functional programming-like. And oh yes, it does actually. So it can pattern match on a rectangle and then pattern match on a circle. Yeah, that's really cool. Again, I prefer Haskell syntax because it seems shorter, but this seems like it has what I want, but also it looks like more slightly more sane programming language. Because Haskell is, if you don't know it, it's a bit strange. Oh, and you can do pattern match on list. That is extremely nice. Like when you can split the head and the tail of a list and like do a recursion on this. That's cool. I wanted to see yes, the pipe operator. That looks quite nice. Okay. It has a lambda function. I mean, kinda. Yeah, I guess that's an anonymous function. Okay. Yeah, this seems like a cool language to learn indeed. I'm just wondering how it fits in the, I don't know, programming language sphere. When would I want to use this? Like if I like programming, functional programming, that's something first. And then what is the advantage again of the Erlang machine? I heard that it's like very resilient or something like this. I'll let you know how it went. Yeah, I hope so. But yeah, I get for any kind of web server thing. I'm not sure actually. Still seems nice. Okay, back to Advent of Code. Back to Advent of Code. So it's very crash resilient. That's interesting. Is it fast? I'm not gonna Google this. Is it reasonably fast? I mean, like Is it better than JavaScript or Python? Because I guess it's still an interpreted language, although it runs on a virtual machine. But Python also runs on a virtual machine, I think. So, I mean, any modern interpreted programming language does. So that's what I was doing, and I was doing to return DFS, return DFS, like so. Not as fast as say Golang, yeah, of course. That it's Erlang, so it's going to be that fast. Ah, okay, as fast as Erlang. That makes sense. That makes sense. And it's not neighbor, it's current. So we're going up, so it's plus -1, 0, like so. Actually, let me remove this and just copy paste this a bunch of time. Yeah, left, right, and here. Expected statement. Why? Syntax error. Expected state. Ah, yes, okay. Just one too many parentheses. This is 0, this is 0, this is +1, this is like so. But yeah, if it's like reasonably fast, there is functional programming. There is already like popular web frameworks, and it's already used by a decent amount of people. I think it's a very good language to explore. OCD alignments. Okay, and I think I can switch those conditions to be here, actually. I can put them at the very top, and I do if. Which programming language did they use to program airplanes? I think that's the Ada programming language. But the Ada programming language, yeah. I learned it, but it's not great, huh? Like, what did I do again in Ada? I did, it's called Maktaba, yes. Don't remember what the fuck that is. I'm so ashamed that it's still no idea. I know Erlang is used to program telephone lines and so on. Oh, yes. I saw that Erlang has like pattern matching, but on the binary level. So, which was really good. Like, if you want, what I mean is, if you want to, like, if you're in telecommunication, you have some kind of network protocol that you need to parse, like being able to pattern match on the binary level, like those 3 bytes are supposed to be this, should be really nice. Erlang, I heard Erlang is a functional language. Yes, Erlang is functional. Some Boeing airplanes had to do temporary cause some Yeah, and like what was the rocket that exploded because of a null pointer again? Wasn't it Ariane 5? Ariane 5. They used to tell us this story in school. No, it's not Ariane 5. Fuck. Rocket explosion caused by crash by program. What was it? Lines of code that make a rocket explode. Oh yes, it was Ariane 5. Yes, as I was saying, they used to tell us this story in school and repeat it to everyone a couple of times to say like that's why paying attention to what you program matters. Anyway, is there actually the lines of code? Oh, I have to pay. Man, fuck Medium. But what did I want to show quickly? I wonder if Elixir has also this binary pattern matching. Numbers, Boolean algebra, binary syntax, binary comprehension. Is this something that looks like what I want? I think it was. Yeah, I don't exactly remember. Oh, I think that's it actually. Yeah, I think that's it. So you have like a pixel that is 24 bits, and then you can pattern match on this and say that this variable will become the first 8-bit, and then this is the next 8, and this is the next 8. And I think you can do this in functions as well. And so you can pattern match on the binary level, which, yeah, for network packet parsing, I guess is really convenient. Oh, and the list comprehension looks almost exactly like Haskell. That's nice. Okay, anyway, trying to do an advent of code. So if it's any of this, we just return 0 because we basically ignore it. And so is that it? Declare neighbor. Yes, I can replace early born by occurrence, like so. And 15. Fuck, that doesn't work. So if I leave you to it. Yeah, no problem. I was happy to discover to know that you're doing this in Elixir, and yeah, I would like to learn it at some point myself. But yep. Oops. Oops. What did I wanted to do? How come a language that has garbage collector attached to its called is called a fast language? You mean Golang? I have no clue. I think it was made by very smart people that know how to make a great language. I think it was made by Ken Thompson and Rob Pike, and yeah, those are the kind of programming gods that know how to make stuff fast and efficient and simple. So yeah. But no, I have of course no clue how they made it so fast. Why is it 15? Is it even possible to have it at 15? I don't think it's even possible. Yeah, 15 is not even a real thing. So if it's ends, we return 0. To be fair, something like Rust is probably even faster. Yeah, of course. Rust or even C, if you can write C well, is always going to be faster, of course. Huh? But yeah. But I think it was Go is like, for the considering the fact that it has garbage collection, it was really fast. Benchmark game. This is a website I use, I think, for the programming benchmark game. Was it this? No, it wasn't this. Fuck, I lost it. It was called the programming language benchmark game. Wasn't it called like this? Oh, no, that's it. Okay. I think. Yeah, but I wanted the... That's strange. Yeah, okay, they changed the website, and I don't understand it anymore. Anyhow. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it was this website that I was looking it on because it was something else. I mean, you probably can't see anyway, but so they have multiple benchmark and they compare programming languages on it. Apparently, but it looks weird because in this, yeah, I don't think this is correct because Go is fastest, and there is JavaScript just just behind it. So I don't think. Oh wait, no, it's Bun. It was Bun. So, but then it's yeah, no, that doesn't look accurate. What JavaScript? Yeah, but it's Bun JavaScript. Bun, I think Bun makes JavaScript very fast. Yeah, but no, yeah, indeed. I don't think it's that fast. I think, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Okay, the computer bench. Was it this one? Ah, yeah, no. Okay, it was this one. It was this one. Okay, so it's just a copycat. Never mind. So it's this one that I was looking at, or maybe it's not a copycat, but it's like I don't know, some other benchmark stuff. I don't know. And what I wanted to do is box plot charts. I think that's the one. Yes, that's it. And then it's like they have multiple benchmarks problem, and they do I don't remember the whisk plot. Is it a whisk plot? Whatever plot to print the mean, max, and so on and so on. As you can see, like C is still the fastest, followed by C++ and Rust. And then there is, surprisingly enough, Julia and Fortran and C# and Ada that we were talking about earlier. Haskell Go is around the same level. So Go is still really fast now. But I don't know. This benchmark varies. At some point, I know that Rust was first. I know that C++ at some point was first, and so on and so on. But the order stays mostly the same. How many times slower? How many time more CPU seconds? And so, is there like by any chance Erlang or Elixir in this? No, there is Swift, Java, Lisp. Oh, there is Erlang here. So Erlang is faster than about the speed of Ruby, which is slightly disappointing. It's slower than Node.js. Oh no. I mean, you have to guess on what as well. But and Odin is not even in the list. Yeah, Odin is very like a very niche programming language, I think. But I'm enjoying it very much. It's like I'm back to learning C again, and it's fast and simple. So that's all I want. Is there? I mean, I guess if there is Erlang, there is no point in putting Elixir in there. That's pretty slow, unfortunately, but then speed isn't everything either. When did you get into programming and stuff? Like at what age? I don't know. I got into programming. I don't know, in the midst of high school, I think. So I did it as a very light hobby, just curiosity. When I was 15, but I did it for like maybe I don't know 2 months. Then I stopped doing it for a year. Then I started doing it more regularly as a hobby, and and at this point I don't know. I just started doing it more and more and more, and yeah, that's it. But I really started it at maybe 17, 18, something like this. So So yeah, 6 years. Yeah, probably 6 years of programming. But to be honest, like what I find is really true is it doesn't really matter like the time itself. Like you can meet people that have been programming for 10 years, and you can meet people that have been programming for like 2 years and that are stronger than those. What really matters is how much active learning are you actually doing? How much effort are you actually? Of course, if you have both, if you have like very active learning and time, of course you're gonna be stronger than most people. Huh? But what I mean is, I don't know. You don't need to worry too much about the time that you have spent, as long as you're like, if you're dedicated, you can very easily surpass most people that think that learning happens passively, I think. But yeah. But of course, like it's understandable that some people like consider programming as a job and not a passion, which is it makes me sad, but it makes sense. So yeah. Getting sidetracked. I don't remember exactly, but I was younger than 12 because I had my father textbooks. Oh, I don't remember. Ah, yes. I remember this anecdote. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. That's a very good programming flex. I remember some guy telling me, like in school, that he learned like from 6 years old by looking at GitHub. And I mean, I should have asked more details because that sounds like a really hardcore way to learn programming. Like a 6-year-old looking at C code on GitHub. I sometimes feel that I'm allowed to do what others want me to do. Sometimes I feel that I'm allowed to do what others want me to do. I can't make my own choices, like I'm forced to program the way someone wants me to program. Well, yeah, I mean, it will go. It's bound to happen if you code in a team or with an entity that actually wants something. The entity doesn't care about like the programming, they just want it fast and efficiently. And so I mean, they care that you program in a way that is going to be fast and efficient in their eyes. Even if you know that there is a better ways of doing it, they have other considerations than you, and so yeah, you're bound to make sure choices that you don't want to do. Huh? But I think that's like common in that can be applied in every single field ever where you have to work with other human beings. Huh? So I don't think that that's really a special thing about programming. So if it's outside of the bound, I ignore it. If it's this, I ignore it as well. If it has been visited already, I ignore it. But it doesn't make sense that it's 15. Let's print current. So it's doing 0, 0, 1, 1, that makes sense, and then it's going to the X a bunch of time. At some point it goes 7, yes, and then it's going right, I guess. Left, because there is no other way. Wait, what? It's doing 7, 3? That is not 7, 3. Wait. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 0, 1, 2, 3. You know, that does make sense. I have to go now. Have fun, Sean. Thank you. Enjoy your weekend and your vacation. Happy coding and happy Christmas. Do you say Merry Christmas or Happy Christmas? I guess both are fine. Um, So 7-3, then 6-3-5, and then it reaches 4 3-4, which is I guess this one. Thank you. Merry Christmas. 1 2 0 1 2 3 0 1 2 3 4. So it reaches this one and then it does nothing. It does nothing. Huh. So it reaches this and so it reaches a downward V. So this one. And then it doesn't do anything. Huh, okay. What if I print current? I guess it goes in this condition, but it doesn't make much sense to me. So it goes into 3-4 and then it goes into 4-4. Why would 4-4 be ignored? Why would 4-4 be ignored? Because it's this one, I guess. Alright, I'm going to take a break and make tea. Reads. Get the tea and the hacker hoodie. I don't have a hacker hoodie today, but I do just have a regular sweater, so I don't know if it will make me as good as a hacker hoodie, but at least it's something. Yep. So I was wondering, why does 4 4? So at this point it's going down once. Ah yes. Oh, okay. I'm stupid because okay, I'm confusing again that x is the first component, so it's just this way. Up like so, and my alignment is a bit fucked now. It's like so. No, that was correct actually. Okay. 82. Oh, that's something. That's one of the answers at least. Let me stop printing this. Let me stop printing this. So 82. That's not great, but huh. 82. So yeah, and let's stop printing this as well. So as you can see, they say that the other possible hikes you could have taken are 82, 90, 86, and so on, and so on, and so on. So I think I got a correct path until the end, which is already something, but I did not get the correct maximum amount. I did not get the correct maximum amount, and the reason why could be I have no clue. The reason why could be I have no freaking clue. So if it's an impossible tile, we return 0. That makes complete sense. If it's a tile that forces us to go in a certain direction, we go in that direction. And are the indices correct? So if we're going up, it's y minus 1. If we're going down, it's y plus 1. If we're going left, it's x minus 1. And if we're going right, it's x plus 1. That all makes sense. Then this condition, this is useless. And here I do a return, donc so all of this is ignored. And if I do current plus mod and actually neighbor is an invalid square, it's gonna go into a recursion, and this is gonna go in this condition, which is gonna return 0. Okay, so that's not gonna do anything. That is not gonna do anything, and and so if I reach the end, I return 0. That makes sense. That makes sense. But I'm still supposed to explore every single possibility. I wonder if I'm not just exploring the... If I change the order of it, do I get another? I don't. Oh, maybe it's the visited thing. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Um... Hmm. Why isn't it exploring everything? Can we maybe try to println max path length, like so? It's gonna print a lot of stuff, but I have, okay. Okay, so I do have 10 here. I have 66. Okay. So I don't think it's exploring actually every single path. Okay, yeah, I think I understand what's happening. What's happening is I use the same visited every time. But I think I need to, especially in this one, I don't think it matters since, yeah, since it's only in one direction. But if I try multiple paths, I think I should have a different visited for each of them. I mean, I should copy the current visited and yeah, make a copy every time. So can I do a visited clone? Is make a map of this int struct this, and we do len visited, and we do for key value in visited. We do visited clone key is equal to value. And we give a visited clone here, and we don't forget to delete it. Visited clone, yes, I need to give an address like so. 94! Yes! That's the correct answer. Yes, indeed, I was right. Let's remove the print because it's annoying. But what I'm afraid is that I'm doing a lot of copy of it. But maybe Odin is fast and it will work. So let's try it out on input. Xlib inputs, and then I change this to inputs. Is it fast? Definitely not fast. Definitely not fast. Let's see. I hope I don't have to do Dijkstra on this, huh? After spending all this time doing the DFS search, I mean the DFS thing, I hope it's... Fuck me, it's not fast enough. It isn't fast enough. Maybe I can make it faster. I mean, I can make it like this current thing faster by duplicating this, but I don't think that will change much. Huh? I mean, we will do less allocations, so continue like so, and I can make it faster by doing proc fast, like so. I think I can do this. Yeah. Oh, I cannot. Context is not defined. Ah, fuck. Fuck. Okay, I cannot make it fast. I cannot make it fast. Oh, what the fuck? Oops. current replaced by neighbor. Yes. Okay, let's check that it still works on example. It still does. I'm gonna let it run for like 1 or 2 minutes. I'm gonna let it run for 1 or 2 minutes. And wasn't there like new clone? Oh, actually it worked after 19 seconds. I mean, it worked. I'm not sure if it did work. Oh, let's go! So it's slow, but it's not that slow. Okay. I think this condition made the difference because I mean, even if I duplicate it and it's not very clean, I think doing this allocation and this copying a lot less time makes a thing a lot faster. Okay, let's go to part 2. And I think my algorithm definitely won't be optimized enough for part 2. As you reach the trailhead, you realize that the ground isn't as slippery as you expected. You'll have no problem climbing up the steep slopes. Now treat all slopes as if they were normal paths. You still want to make sure you have the most scenic hike possible, so continue to ensure that you never step onto the same tile twice. What is the longest hike you can take? In the example above, this increases the longest hike to this many steps. Find the longest hike you can take through the surprisingly dry hiking trails listed on your map. How many steps long is your longest hike? That's very easy to switch off, but I think it will take a lot more time as well. So example, I think this will work. Oh no, it doesn't actually. It does not. Almost. This increases the longest height to this. When I'm almost there, I think, huh? But I think removing the arrow things will make the problem exponentially harder, and so I don't think my kind of brute force approach will work anymore. Bidi. Sorry, I spaced out. Definitely spaced out. This needs to be a little less. How do I make it a little less? What's up, guys? What is doing? I'm doing Advent of Code number 23. And so, if you don't know Advent of Code, it's like programming puzzles. And this one is rather simple. You have a map, like so. And so you can walk on every character that is a dot, and you cannot walk on the hashtag ones. And so there is two parts to the problem, but the goal of it is you start here, you end here, and you need to find the longest path through this map. And when you step into those special direction tiles, it forces your direction. So here you can only go down, here you can only go right, and so on and so on. And we solved so this is, for example, the solution of the example. And we solved the first part, and then in the second part, and I'm solving this using depth first search as suggested by Ian. So yeah, that was the code for the first part. And in the second part, they just ask us to treat the direction tiles as regular tiles, and do the same computation, trying to find the maximum path length, the length of the maximum path, which makes it harder because the tiles that have a direction are reducing the search space, and now we're gonna have a larger search space, and I'm not sure that my brute force algorithm will work anymore. And I mean, even if I try it on just the example, not the real input, it's not the correct solution. This is supposed to be 152, so I have a slight bug still, and I'm not sure. OMG, iBrain too small for this. Ah, fuck. It's okay, it's okay. Are you new to programming or new to Advent of Code? Are you learning a language or something? Or did you just do web development for 3 years and now your brain is rotten? Is that it? No, I'm kidding. How do I fix this 10 too many thing? I know 3 languages. Fuck me. French, Arabic, and English. That's not what I was talking about. I was talking about programming languages. Ah, god damn it. But that's nice. I know. Je connais le français, oui. Oui, baguette. And I speak English, but Arabic, I have no clue. Oui. Oui, croissant. Wait, I'm getting distracted. How? How? Oui, croissant, fromage. This is basically this is basically the way we talk when we talk in French, by the way. If you didn't knew that, the only 3 words in our language are croissant, baguette, and oui. And that's basically how we communicate. And it's like actually some kind of binary encoding. So if you say croissant, it's a 0. If you say baguette, it's a 1. And then you convert this to ASCII, and that's how we speak French. Wait. I have 10 too many. I have 10 too many. I guess I don't need this anymore. I do not need this. That doesn't change anything though. Yeah. Visited current. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know, maybe algorithm or something like this, like that. Hell yeah. Wait, you don't do programming at all? Like you're not even into computers, and you just randomly watching a guy do programming? Curiosity is nice, huh? What do you do in life if not programming? Is there anything to do than programming in life? Let's be honest. I mean, come on. Dishes, current, this forest. If it's something we cannot step onto, if it's a neighbor. Nope. I like watching. I like watching there's numbers. You like watching numbers? There is almost no number. I'm sorry. I can write more numbers if you want. Like I can like this, and we can make a wall of numbers for you if you want. Are you happy? Is that therapy for you? Like just a big wall of number? Boop. Are you sure? Choosers have no life. Honest facts. Man, don't make me feel bad like this. I have a life. Yes, I do. That's not coping. I do have a life. But yeah, it's fine. I have an Arch user life. And that's I'm fine by it with it. What was I going to do? Expand rank 1. Yes. Yes. Where am I going wrong? Where am I going wrongly? Where am I going wrongly? This should be easier, not harder to implement. I mean, the brute force approach should be easier at least. That's nice. Visited clone. That's fine. Hurt is pain. Fuck, man. No. Am I gonna really have to print the whole thing? That's gonna be annoying. That is gonna be really annoying. I guess I will do that. And I will do it here. For row in Y in forest. For tile X in row. If XY in visited, we do just print. Like so, let's do it like so, and let's do a big O, like they are doing in the example. Else we do, and this is, I have to specify that this is int, like so. PHP. This is definitely not PHP. Like, this is as remotely as we can be from PHP. And to be honest, if you see PHP, like just the 3 letter, just run away. Just run very far. It's a scary language. For a lot of people, it brings up a lot of trauma and bad vibes. So really, don't even mention it. It's like Voldemort. How do you call Voldemort in English? Like the Harry Potter villain? I don't even remember how it's called in English, but you know who I'm talking about. We don't say its name. That's how bad PHP is. Otherwise, we just print style, and at the end we do println. Do this like so, and at the very end I'm printing. Hey there, hello. How are you doing? Yeah, the Nino. Don't worry too much about it. Just know that PHP is bad, and your life will get better. Is that working? Okay, that's unreadable, but it is working. That looks correct. Have you ever used things like Next.js? No, I'm not a web dev actually. I mean, I mentioned earlier that I was curious about HTMX and Elixir, but I kinda like the web, but the backend only. Like as soon as we do JavaScript and stuff like this, I'm not happy anymore. So that's why I'm looking into ways to make the front end, but into the backend. And I think Next.js, I mean, from what I've heard of it, is the opposite, where it's doing the backend in the front end, no? And it's React as well, and yeah. I'm not a fond of React. It seems complex. Dynamic optimization, dynamic HTML streaming, React server components. Yeah, that sounds like doing a backend on the front end. That's like the opposite of what I want, I think. HTMX is nice. Indeed, it is quite nice. I mean, so far I've just built a very simple to-do list in it, so I cannot judge. It seems fine. I don't know. Is there a description of what is used by some of the words like full stack web development by extending the latest React features? Okay, so yeah, okay. It's extending the front end to do backend in it. That's fine if you like front end, but I'm not one of those people. Let me compare what I printed in the terminal to the actual answer quickly. So this is correct. We're going up, we're going that way, we're going this way, we're going this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, and it's going all the way up. So far it's right. Then going there, down, going down, 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 like so. This looks as well correct as well. Going all the way down, doing a little squiggly thing, going up. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, that's all of this is good. So I'm there, I'm going all the way up. No, 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 there. Yes, 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 yes. Actually, I have the correct answer. It's just that my number is wrong at the end for some reason. But I have the correct route. Huh. That's strange. Next.js is doing some things which PHP used to do, but in JavaScript, of course. I don't do frontend as well. I was just saying there was one popular meme from a recent Next.js conference which got so popular on Twitter. I have no clue. I'm not on Twitter, and I don't know the meme. But yeah. It's maybe Next.js doing some HTML templating, but that can be done in any language, so I guess it's something else. So okay, I'm taking the correct path, but and I mean I could count them one by one. Oh wait, actually. No, treat all slope as if they were normal paths. You still want to make sure you have the most scenic one. So continue to ensure that you never step onto the same tile twice. That's done. What is the longest time you can take? Wait, am I just supposed to remove the arrows from... that looks weird. Sounds weird. How many languages do you know? You mean normal people language? I know 3. I mean, almost 3. I know French, English, and a bit of Dutch. Otherwise, I mean, I've studied random languages out of curiosity. Like at some point, I was a weeb, and so I of course, studied Japanese, like a good weeb. And at some point, I wanted to go to Germany, so I studied German. And at some point, I went to Indonesia, so I studied Indonesian. But I don't remember any of those. As for programming languages, I know a shit ton of them. But once you have learned one programming language, it's way easier to learn another one. I can see some unnecessary steps in your path. You can? Okay, but yeah, this path I compare to the actual example solution, and I have the correct one. So this is exactly the same as I have. It's just that I'm counting it wrong. I am counting it badly. But if you can tell me where, do you mean in this example or in in my code? You've been to Indonesia? Yeah, I went to Indonesia a year ago. I went to Jogja and Jakarta, and it's yeah, it's like Jakarta is I mean especially for like a guy who is used to small chill cities like me, like going to Jakarta is an insane experience. People are driving like crazy. I felt like I was going to die every 2 meters, but everybody else seemed chill, so I guess it was just me. I know some Japanese fellow weeb. Let's go. Arigato gozaimasu. Alright, I'm never speaking Japanese again. That was too cringe. Only bad word. Baka. What do they say again? They say ksa. Do they say that? I don't remember. Only bad words. Which other bad words is there in Japanese? What am I counting? What am I counting wrong? Yes, I was going to do. Does it still want me to like only count the dot but ignore the arrows? So am I gonna do? Am I going to do if strings contain room, and then I do all the possible this, and then I do forest, and basically this. If it's this one, we just don't return +1. It's not neighbor, that's parents. Okay. Oh, okay, that was it. Okay. That's strange because it's so weird. Because they say like Now treat all slopes, so the direction thingy, as normal paths. And so, but I'm supposed to treat them as normal paths, but now not count them. Like, oh, no, actually, that's not correct. I'm missing 2 now. Fuck. Fuck. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Voilà. So I'm seeing 2, and I'm not sure that this condition even makes sense. Do you want like this? Okay, prefers it like so. But I don't like it that way. Ah, can do this, okay. I had no clue. Start and end. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. But the thing is in part 1, I didn't have to add 2 for start and end, so that's a bit strange, no? But you're probably right. But that's still a bit weird that I have to do +2 for start and end, where in part 1 I didn't have to do that. So yeah, but let's do what you're saying. Actually, that doesn't sound correct. Because I'm, like, for start, I'm already doing +1 here. But of course this will work. Oh! Actually it doesn't. I'm returning 1 instead of returning 0. And here I'm doing +1. So it just never reaches the end? How does that make sense? Wait, let me put my my part 1 code up because I don't want to look at it, it's distracting me. So I add the current one into visited, makes sense. Visited the end, we return 1, makes sense as well. The ugly print I can remove for now. So I am counting the end, but it doesn't matter apparently. It apparently does not matter. I can return whatever and... Oh! What? Okay. I guess let's return 0 and +2 here. Whatever. So that works. I don't think it will work on input because input is too large, but let's still try it. I will wait like maybe 2 minutes for it. I will maybe and I wonder if there is a more optimized way of doing this where I don't have to actually do an allocation. Maybe I can like add it just before it, like so, and I add neighbor. And then just after it, I just do delete key. Like so. Does that make sense? And that way I don't have to do an allocation. Up, and I already have an address. And I don't have to do this anymore. Okay, it doesn't work on input, it's too slow, which was expected. Huh? It does still work on, so the modification I just made works on the example and should be a lot more efficient. Yes, let's run it on input now. Where did you get this thumbnail, by the way? Next level thumbnail. I mean, that's, I mean, I didn't get it, I made it, but I made it like garbage. I googled Drunk Santa. I took a screenshot of this, Advent of Code 2023, and I added a number. So I don't know about next level thumbnail, but I use GIMP for this. Open recent. This one? Nope. Open recent. I don't have the Drunk Santa anymore. It's unfortunate. Document history. Don't I have my Drunk Santa? Ah, yes, I do. Yes. So yeah, that's it. I took drunksanta.png, text, some background, but I didn't need it to, and Advent of Code. So yeah, not much is happening here. But yes, I am very proud of it. I am very proud of it. Oops. Less is more, indeed. Indeed. But not always, but most of the time. Drunk Santa solving Advent of Code. What a normal thing to do. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, why wouldn't you do that? It's like you're having fun in the Christmas spirit and also doing programming. That makes perfect sense to me. Huh? That makes perfect sense to me. Okay, so now I will wait, let's say 2 minutes. And yeah, hopefully, actually now that I have this, I can make the proc fast, which will remove the Odin context, which makes, oh, I cannot. Which makes, oh, it needs a context for this, really? Fuck. Oh well, I cannot do this. Have you seen Jackie Chan Drunk Master? Isn't this a Naruto thing, not a Jackie Chan thing? Is this also a Jackie Chan thing? Isn't it like Rock Lee in Naruto that has I don't know, the drunk capacity? Wait, let me Google that. Drunk Jackie Chan. Is this something? Drunken Master. Oh, so it's a real thing. Wait, is there weird pictures in there? I mean, there is weird pictures, but not weird pictures that would make me ban, so that's fine. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen a Jackie Chan movie. Drunken Master. Ah, should watch it. Looks fun. Looks fun. So yeah, it's basically taking forever, and I will not solve it like this. And my guess is that we need to do Dijkstra to make it, because I think it will still be able to find the maximum path. How are you? I'm good. I'm good. CPN. Still doing Advent of Code day 23. And we managed to solve part 1 with a rather simple deep, I Actually, DFS is depth first search. Wait, no, it's depth. Yeah, okay. So very simple depth first search. But I think for part 2 you need to do Dijkstra. And so the problem is, for today is, you have a map. How are you doing, by the way? You have a map, and you have the tiles with a dot you can step on, and those one you cannot. And you have to find, so this is your starting point, this is your end point, and you have to find the longest path to it, not the shortest path. Usually the shortest, but in this case it's the longest. And there is some special tiles like so that point in a certain direction. And if you step on those tiles, you have to go in a certain direction. Like you don't have a choice. If you, of course, if you're on like a dot tiles, you can go up, down, left, right. And so part 2 was decently easy. But for part 1 was decently easy, but for part 2, you have to consider like basically those direction tiles don't make you go in one direction. You have to consider them as dots, and so I think this is making the problem exponentially harder because there is a lot more paths to test. And so that's why I'm wondering if I shouldn't do Dijkstra instead. So breadth first search, which I think would be more efficient for this. I mean, this is too overwhelming for me. Are you not familiar? What's your programming level? Are you like in first year or just a hobbyist? I can try to explain it in simpler terms if you want. It's true that I'm not the best guy to explain things, because especially to beginner or intermediate or just anyone, because I don't know, I often code on my own, and so I don't explain to people a lot. And I mean, that's kind of what this YouTube channel is about, is just sharing, sharing stuff and sharing knowledge and having fun, but as well making me better at explaining to people, I think. I'm not expecting you to explain it. Yeah, but I want to, like, I think that would be nice if I could make you understand. Of course, if you don't care, you don't care, you know. Like, and that's fine. If you just enjoy the Vim content, that's fine by me. But basically, we have a map, and we have to find the longest possible path in it. And right now, I'm deciding on which algorithm to pick, because I need to pick a faster one. I understood the problem, but I have no idea how to do it. Ah, yeah, that's fine. Me neither. I mean, I'm saying just algorithm that I think could maybe solve it, but yeah, I'm not sure. So what I think I'm gonna do is first, I'm gonna put back the thing and just make sure that part 1 still works. And then I'm gonna do a second algorithm that uses Dijkstra instead, which I think is a more efficient algorithm in this case. Yep. And let's make a function called invalid tile, and we say just tile, which is I guess we will take forest in current, like so. This is just a position. This is just a position. It's like finding the longest path in a maze. Yeah, it's exactly that. Proc, and I just want to like delete this duplicate code. Boolean, and so it's just basically all of this. And if it's a return, like so. that's fine. And we do now if invalid tile of forest and current. Yes. So we can remove all this, or tile this, do return 0. I understood the problem, but I started learning code 4 months ago. Keep coding, you will reach there. Yeah. So 4 months ago is, of course, nobody expects you to understand this kind of graph algorithm at your level, and it's fine. It's already nice that you're learning. Do you have a yes, sir. Yes, sir. Do you have like a small project? I remember when I started coding, the first cool project that I made was a maze generator, and that's a really cool project, and it's rather small. So if you go recur save back, actually maze, there is probably the pseudocode generator. Algorithm. What language are you learning, by the way? Just out of curiosity. I know my first language was C, then Python. To be honest, it doesn't really matter. You can learn whatever you want. And so, yes, it's this one. So, if you ever need a... Right now, Go is a very nice language to start with, because it's like low level enough, but easy enough. So yeah, it's a bit easier than C, but you're not going like fully human-friendly thing with like Python or something. I think Go is nice, but just I think my number one advice if you're starting is just pick one language, and actually it doesn't really matter which one. Go is nice, just stick with Go and just do programming projects, and that's it. And you keep programming in whatever that language that you pick is. What I mean is the error I made when I was a beginner, I think, was I got too curious about like random programming language all over the place. So I learned C, C++, Python, but I did very small projects in it, but I never did like a weekend project. And so I think you have to do a lot of like 1 or 2 days project, and that will make you a lot better. Learn C, and you will learn everything on your own. Yeah, of course, learning C is very good, especially to really understand how a computer works. But I think if you care more maybe about a slightly more satisfying approach, and I think making like small visual stuff like this can be very helpful for motivation as well, because then you can make an animation of your stuff generating a maze, and you just look at this and you can, I don't know, show this to your friend, and I mean, maybe your friend will think you're lame, but at least you can show them something, you know. You're not like because try explaining computers to like a normal person and they really won't care. And so doing a cool visualization like this are nice, I think, as like a starting project. Another one that may be even easier is Game of Life. First programming project I did in university was Reversible in C++. It was a nightmare. But yeah, by the way, for CPN, here is another cool beginner project that you can do. What is Reversi? I think I've heard of it. Reversi. Reversi is a strategy. Is it like like Othello, but like on a smaller grid or something? That doesn't sound like a nightmare. That sounds rather fun. And you did like Minimax on it and so on. I've heard of Game of Life, yeah. And so you just implement Game of Life, and then you have like cool animations on your screens. Stuff is moving. You can experiment with different shapes, and you can see. So it's rather simple, but also satisfying, in my opinion. I mean, you may not agree and just think that understanding deep memory stuff, like, oh yeah, this memory allocator in C, I'm gonna rewrite my own standard library, yeah, that's cool. And that's cool at some point, but I think in the beginning, at least for me, this kind of stuff wouldn't be cool. But yeah, Reversi sounds actually kind of fun. Definitely not a beginner project. I mean, it depends. Implementing like the game rules and so on should be fine enough. But programming an AI for it, it's not a beginner project. I mean, it's a fun project, but not beginner. Try to write magic square algorithm and make a game for that. Magic square. Square algorithm. Magic square algorithm. Never heard of it. Oh, I think I did, maybe. I think I did that. Wasn't there like a Project Euler problem about this? My code was the definition of filth. Of filth. It was hard at the beginning. Ah, yes. Yeah, I think. Wait, maybe let's look at my old code because I've kept it. So my maze project that I was talking about, do I still have it somewhere? Old, yeah. I have a backup, good old days, like so. I have a chat project. Fuck. Do I have? Ooh, I think I have it. I think I have it, but I did multiple versions of it, and DE. Okay. Wait, I'm curious actually of what my old code. So I have maze, and so I made a GUI for it. Maze.py. I remember it was horrible. Huh? I remember it was horrible. Generate. Where is the generate? There is no generate. You liar. You're lying past me. Maze base. Oh, I made a class for it. Why did I do this? Recursive backtracker. Oh, yeah, but I cleaned it. Okay, never mind. I definitely did not clean it. Okay. So, yeah, as you can see, yeah, good old days. Don't. Yeah, indeed. Those were the good old days where I copy pasted random garbage and actually I wrote my comment in French. So. Ah, man, nostalgia. It kinda hurts, to be honest. What the fuck is this? Name 0 is 0. Ooh. You are null terminated. Yes. But if name 0 is 0, that means you don't have a name. Ooh. That sounds like... I catched an assertion error here. What the fuck is this? Eesh. And I think all of this code, like so, is actually like just this and this. So those 6 lines of code are into about 80. So yeah. Anyway, that was my trip down memory lane. Oop. And so I wanted to do this invalid, yes, and I wanted to remove as well this code, and I wanted to say invalid tile of forest, and I think it's current, no, it's neighbor, and just like so, or this, like so, and that's fine. And I need this as well. You have wasted the next 90. Indeed, that's wasted memory, man. Don't do that. That's a crime. crime. Oh, okay, that definitely does not work. That does not work. Oh fuck. Can't even do this. I need to visited clone. Like so. Fuck. I forgot how I did it. If invalid tiles. Oh fuck. Ah, but I did it like so. Fuck. Hey bro, what's up? Doing good, doing good. How about you? Doing Advent of Code day 23. Sometimes wasting some bits is allowed. I don't know. Maybe the C police will catch you for this. Huh? Careful. You can store cars past the null terminator. If you have enough memory for it, you can store anything after the null terminator, of course. Just use for loop and fbounce it to print it. Indeed, indeed. Indeed. Yeah, print your real name in the chat. Can you... Does C code work in the chat? I don't know. I guess it would just print nothing since you're null terminated at 0. Huh. So if it's marine or current and visited. Okay, I think I first need to do this after. Yes, maybe. No. Yes, no, yes, no. Maybe I need to run this on example first. Let me get... And so... No plus 2. Okay, that's the correct answer, actually, I think. Almost. No, it was... Okay, it was this, but minus 2. So this will be the correct answer. Yes. So don't need to do this, but can I do this and this? Oops. And this and this and this and this and this and this and this. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Ah, yes, because I need to add it here as well. Can't I do like this as well? Current. Fuck. Just use the for loop and maybe I can run it with WebAssembly shit on the browser. Indeed. Or you can just type it in chat, it's just 20 characters. But you have a cool name. What if what's in the car name array is actually literally car name 20? Okay. Fuck it. That's good enough, I think. I think it's good enough. I mean, it works. I shouldn't bother too much. So this is my solution for part 1. Visited clone. Like so. That just works. Or it does not. Because I forgot this. Yes, that works. And it's a bit slow on input, but that's fine. And so now we can do part number 2. We can do part number 2. And part number 2 is going to use Dijkstra. Is it working? Please work. Okay, that works. Okay. Whoop, there was still some tin there. Fuck. Oh well. Small break, and I do the extra. Alright, I'm back. Okay. So I'm gonna do Dijkstra, but the thing is, the last time I did Dijkstra it went very poorly, and I stayed 5 hours on the same fucking problem, and this was very frustrating, so hopefully this time it goes slightly better. So, I need. I think putting that in a scope would be nice. Then I'm gonna copy paste a lot of things from day 17, so the day that traumatized me. So I had a set of unvisited. Okay. Why not? Let's do this. Then I had a thing of previews. But I made previews weird for no reason. I think previews like so was fine. I don't think I actually need previews in that case. Because I don't need the path. I just need, so, and I had this distance, which that I definitely need. And I did delete distances, that's fine. And I did that distances, the start is 0, which is also accurate. And then that's not land forests, like so, and oops. Let's land forests, like so, and yes, and then we did for land, while land unvisited is different than 0, while we still stuff to visit, and I need to say that, actually, isn't there like a... Okay, so I loop over every single cell and do unvisited for those. So yeah, I guess I can do something similar. So this is forest, but I need to if, and I need to tile if tile is different than stuff I cannot visit. Do unvisited xy is equal to this. That makes sense, I guess. And so I did current main, and then, but like this version is scuffed because I did a shit ton of stuff to try to figure some weird part out. So this is not completely Dijkstra. But I think this is... Actually, let me pick up the... I use Gentoo, by the way. God damn, that's a real flex. You're flexing on the Arch user, those beta mails with your Gentoo computer. Ah, I feel bad. I got mugged. Feels bad, man. Yeah, I wanted to try out Gentoo, but then I was like, do I really want to compile everything? Is that really worth it? Is it really worth it gaining milliseconds on some stuff to actually compile my own web browser? Not really. That's why I kept using Arch. What do you use? I use Arch Linux, which you said you're beginning to programming, so definitely do not use Arch Linux. So been hearing a lot about NixOS shit recently. Yeah, I know my colleague, which was in the chat earlier, Kenny. He did some tests with NixOS, and it seems nice. It's like, I mean, it's like a distribution, as I understand. Like the appeal of it is a package manager, and it's basically virtual environments built into your package, your OS package manager, which is yeah, indeed, they don't have that in any other distribution, as far as I know. That's nice. I mean, there is this thing for like programming language package manager, like for Python or Rust or Golang or whatever. There is always like a virtual environment for your project, but having this on a system-wide level, it sounds nice. So yeah. But yeah, I don't want. I try a bit distro hopping, trying like Void Linux or Gentoo and so on. But or no, I tried a version of Arch Linux that replaces systemd with OpenRC. But I was like, fuck it, I'm happy with my current configuration, and I want to actually focus on programming, not too much the tools I use. I already spent a shit ton of time customizing my environment. Yeah, Artix Linux, yeah, that was it. So I tried those, but I was like, yeah, it took me like a few hours to make some stuff work, and I couldn't make what I had already done here work. And I was like, yeah, it's not worth it. It was fun exploring, but I just care more about programming than in the end I care more about programming itself and learning cool computer science topics than actually like what editor I use or what OS I use or so on. So while unvisited, we need to do the current min, and so this is current min, which was a big number, and then we loop over. Okay, since you mentioned that, I use Emacs by the way. They extra flex. Ah, fuck, this is funny. Yeah, I never tried Emacs. I saw that there is a Doom Emacs, which is Emacs but with the Vim key bindings, which for me sounds nice. But besides that, I use VS Code, by the way. That's the real flex, you know? You know, like you go into those weird shit, like you go deep in the iceberg of Unix weirdness. So you go like VS Code, then Vim, then Emacs, then Gentoo, and then you at the very end you use ed. And then when you reach the bottom of it, you actually float to the top and reach VS Code again. So maybe actually CPN is like a Unix master in disguise who has actually mastered it all and then came back to the simple stuff. Well, that makes sense. Windows plus Emacs plus Microsoft Edge browser, real programmer workflow. That sounds such like a weird combination. Isn't that what Jonathan Blow uses? Ah, fuck, you meant VS Code. Because I think Jonathan Blow uses Windows and Emacs. And again, doesn't matter, but it's funny to think about. Real programmer workflow, indeed. I mean, that's basically most programmers' workflow. Declared but not used, and so I do 4. 4, 4, 4. What was it? Position in distance. And I need to do if this, let's just call it d, if d is lower than current min, do current min is equal to d, and then we do just current is an empty position, like so, and we do current is equal to pause. And this is actually, yeah, this is correct. So can I print? I should get the start in current. Yeah, I'm gonna comment out part 1 for now. And I'm gonna run it on example. Okay, I get the first square, that's nice. Does NVim have language support for most languages? I might try it in the future. Yes, it does. I mean, as you can see, even this Odin, which is a very obscure programming language, I can still have a language, I still have syntax highlighting for it, I still have a language server for it, which tells you when you made a mistake and so on. So if it works with the obscure programming languages, it also works with other stuff. But I made a video on that. I think it's called Vim's Final Boss on my YouTube. So this one. Hey, where I present my NeoVim setup, and in this one, well, I also present how to configure the language server and so on and so on. So if in the future you're curious about this, you can watch that one. What was I going to do? Yes, I was going to do 17. So then I have update is distance plus current. Okay. So I think here I need to iterate over the neighbors. So again, it's the loop I use everywhere. This one. This one. And so not in unvisited. Yeah, so that makes sense. And so that's current plus mode. I loop over the neighbors. In VS Code, the Rust analyzer won't work most of the time. Ah, that sucks. I don't know. It works on NeoVim, so you know, if you want to switch, one more reason. But yeah. Wait, you said you just started programming and you're doing Rust stuff, and didn't you talk about Zig as well before? Just focus on one single programming language, man. Don't stretch yourself too thin. Is that something I can use in this context in English? Not sure. Just stick with Go and learn programming. Don't learn the basics of all programming languages. That's not very productive. And again, same thing for the editor. Just stick with VS Code. It's simple enough. Just learn programming that way. Whatever you try NeoVim, be careful to not spend the entire day configuring NeoVim and then doing the real coding. Yeah, exactly. I tried different stuff. That's my big problem. Yeah, it was my big problem as well, but I'm telling you, it doesn't work. You have to pick, just pick the first one actually. It really doesn't matter which one. I mean, it matters a little bit, but in your case, not really. So just stick with Golang, stick with VS Code, and pick a project. I gave you some ideas above, and just do that. Don't do editor customization and so on. Because what's the point of customizing your work if you're not doing any work, you know? Invalid forest neighbor. Cannot assign value forest to. Ah, yes, I need to give it a slice. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's true that maybe I sound patronizing, but feels like I'm talking to myself like 4 years ago, and I'm like, I would have gotten faster if I did this. So yeah. What was I? So I'm iterating over the neighbors, and if it's something we haven't already visited, I need to get the current distance. How did I? Wait, no, it's not here. It's still in 17. So I update distances current plus city map this, but in our case it's just +1. Yeah. So this is equal to distances current, like so, +1, and then we do if this is greater than distance change, and actually that's in the loop up. Distances neighbor, distances neighbor, and if it doesn't already exist, we do indeed. Let me copy paste this infinity thing. Else infinity. Now, how did I declare infinity? I declared it like so. Up. Which is a bit strange, but it doesn't matter. There is no infinity in integers. I just want a large number. Let's put infinity here as well. So if it's greater than... yes, but since I'm doing... yeah, okay. Since this is the longest path, I need to do max, and so we don't need infinity. Never mind. Never mind. Let's do or equal like so, and or else 0. Okay, and so if it's greater than, we want to update it. And how do you update it? How did you update it? I did just... oh, okay. It makes sense. Distances to neighbor. Neighbor is just equal to this, I guess. Yes, equal to this. And then I did some weird shit, but that's unrelated. And also I need to mark it as visited. Where did I mark it as visited? And I delete key. Okay, that makes sense. So just here I delete key like so, and it's current max like so. So does that kind of work? It does not. Let me print current. It is stuck somewhere. Yes, maybe I need to do. I need a condition. I need a condition. Can I print like unvisited as well? So there is still a bunch of unvisited. And I guess I shouldn't have this because there is tiles we're never going to visit. Can I do if current is equal to the end? We break. Does that help? It does not. It does not. Oh, it does. Okay. I don't know what happened. Probably forgot to save the file. can I print at the very end println distances of end? Oh wait, sometimes it's like an infinite loop, sometimes it's not. Okay, but that's actually the correct answer. So when it's, which is really nice, didn't expect to get the correct answer so quickly. But there is a thing, if I run it multiple times, there is some randomness, and it sometimes does not find it. Oh, and sometimes it actually, fuck me, it's the same problem as day 17. Am I just doing a garbage implementation of Dijkstra? Like, okay, fuck. So sometimes it's just stuck. Yeah. It gave me the good answer once, and otherwise it... fuck me. Is my implementation of Dijkstra garbage? Okay, let's look the pseudocode of Dijkstra. Yes, I think I'm spelling it right. Dijkstra algorithm, okay, the pseudocode. Where is the pseudocode? Here. So for each vertex in graph indices, make it infinity. In our case, we need the minimum, so we make it 0. The prev we don't know because we don't care about the path. We just care about the distance. And you add v to q. So yeah, this is my unvisited thing. Then this source is equal to 0, which is correct. Yes, it is. Okay. While q is not empty, we pop the minimum distance one, which is what I'm doing in this loop. So I have I need to pop the maximum in my case. So I'm popping the maximum. So why would it go in an infinite loop like so? Example, what is that? 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, no, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's this one. And it's looping indefinitely to that one. Why? Should I just make it like not equal? Nope. That does not help. So I delete key here. I delete key here. This is kind of like popping from the queue. So I'm popping the maximum one, and so I take the maximum one, and I'm deleting. Delete key is like my... No, yeah, it's this. Just remove you from queue. That is fine. For each neighbor, okay. Still in queue, so still in unvisited, which is what I'm doing. So if it's not in unvisited, we skip it, or if it's not a valid neighbor. So here, neighbor is a valid adjacent guy. So alternative distance is the distance like so plus graph edge. But in my case, the edges are all 1, so I just do +1. Yes, that's it. Then I have if alternative is inferior to distance, but in my case it's superior. So if distance is superior to this, and he sets all of them to infinity, but I set all of them to 0, so that's why it's or else 0. Then I update the distance of v, and v is the neighbor. So I do distances neighbor is equal to the new distances. That is exactly what I want. That is exactly what I want. Can I do a -1 here and a -1 here? So -1 would be my infinity in that case. But still loops forever. Why does it do that? Why does it do that? It gave me the correct answer once, so that's promising. That is promising, but what did it give? What the unvisited currents? Oh wait, no. Here. So distances. So here that's okay. That's he's stuck in an infinite loop. And so 5, 14 is there. It's 96. And I guess it's the greatest one, so it picks the maximum, that's correct. Then what happens is he's gonna go into this loop. Wait, can I... Oh. I'm supposed to do if pose in unvisited. Like so. I think I'm supposed to do this. I don't think I'm supposed to... Like so, vertex in queue. Okay, so like the main distance, we get it only if it's unvisited. Okay. Actually, yeah, that was my mistake. I should have done unvisited here and just position here. And this, and instead of this, I do distances. Or I can do d is equal to distances pose. Like so. That would be more accurate. So now it's always finishing, which is promising. But I have to let it run, I think. Okay, that still does not help me. Why is it so random? Oh, fuck me. And now it never gives me the correct answer. That sucks. That sucks. Oh man, what am I doing wrong? So we get the distance of all of its neighbor for Uh, Actually, am I supposed to do it like so? That sounds a bit strange. That sounds a bit strange. I think I'm doing something bad, because if it doesn't exist in distance yet, it's supposed to be a bad one. Okay, it looks less random, so it's giving me the correct answer sometimes. It's giving me the correct answer sometimes. It is giving me the correct answer 4 times. Sometimes. So I don't think I need to break if the current is n, because we want to explore every single path until the end. So that's probably wrong. But I'm not sure to understand how Dijkstra actually gets the minimum or maximum path. So we're gonna start at the start, and then it's gonna go over all of its neighbors. I guess in my case, Dijkstra maybe does not make so much sense, because all my edges are 1. I mean, it shouldn't matter too much. It should not matter too much. Yeah, no, that doesn't change anything. I mean, knowing that it's giving me the answers, the right answer sometimes, I could do the stupidest fix ever of running it multiple times. Oh, actually, fuck, it doesn't run even. It's not even fast. Fuck. I thought this would be faster, at least. Oh wait, it is. It is slightly faster. So let's just run it a bunch of times and pick the maximum one. This is terrible programming. Don't do this at home, kids. Okay, so far the maximum is 4000 something. Okay. Let's just do while true do. Oh, there is no. How do you do? Does this work? Fuck. Okay. And we just let that run for. We just let it cook, you know? Just let it run for a while and it should work. Is everything going well? I have no idea what's going on. So basically I have an algorithm that gave me the correct answer, but only sometimes. So here, this is, I think, this is the correct answer. And so now I'm just, but it's a bit random and I don't know why, and I'm too lazy to check. So yeah, since you're learning programming, the best rule in programming is first try the dumb solution. Even if you feel bad about yourself, First, be practical. And I mean, this is maybe terrible advice, but like if it takes very little time to be practical, and then look for the actual answer. Brute force. This is not really brute force. It's just that my algorithm is actually smart. I mean, smarter than what I was doing before. So less brute force, but it's random for a reason that I'm not sure about. And since I'm too lazy to guess why it's so random, I'm trying this, which is definitely not going to work, but I still would like to try it. I still would like to try it. Oops. Okay. Can I at least break it? Come on. Okay, so now we take this big array of number and we do echo this into sort into and that's it. And now we take the biggest one, and this is definitely not going to work, but if it does, it will be very funny, and that's why I did it. Fuck, this is not right. Answer is too low. Okay. I don't know if you're familiar with Go. Can I target Wasm in Go? Yes, you can. But again, if you're starting programming, you should not care about Wasm. It does not matter. Just do simple programming. Don't worry about the web development nightmare. Just do simple shit. But yes, you can, I think. Go Wasm. Wasm. I think you can even convert Golang to JavaScript. Although, oh, you can do AVX. Ooh, that's cool. It's hard to break my habits. Yeah, it's not hard. You just, I mean, that's maybe that's maybe a bit presumptuous, but I think you just put VS Code in full screen mode, and you have your code, a terminal, and a Wikipedia page, and you just do whatever is on the Wikipedia page for an afternoon. And every time your brain is like, oh, this is cool, you say, shut up, brain, keep coding, and that's it. But I think you can do WASI. What is WASI? Is it different? Is it the same thing as WASM? Okay, it is. So yes, you can do WASM in Golang. I have no clue what WASI is. Anyway. So too low. Okay. So this answer is too low. Too low. It's WASM, but not on the web. Why would you want WASM, but not on the web? I thought that was the single point of WASM. WASI is the web is a modular system interface. As described in the initial, it's focused on security and portability. WASI is standardized in this group. Oh, okay. Isn't it just like a virtual machine? Okay, but again, just this kind of shit, it does not matter. It will matter maybe 2 years, in 2 years for you, but for now, it doesn't. To be honest, even if you want to learn web development, I don't think a lot of people are doing WASM at the moment. It's just JavaScript everywhere. Part 2. Okay, so my stuff is random. Why is it so bad? Why is it so bad? Why am I so bad? So let me print the example. So what's gonna happen is all of those are unvisited, which is fine. Then it's gonna pick this one because 0 is greater than all the minus ones that I have everywhere. Then it's gonna go on this neighbor. Sometimes I wish I had a mentor. Yeah, I think mentors are really hard to find. Like, I mean, like a mentor really for you, you know? And also a mentor is not just about programming, it's also about just life advice. And yeah, the way to find that is, I don't know, go to school or find a job and maybe you get lucky. But I think for beginners, a mentor is not really mandatory. You just have to have less ADHD when learning, and you can probably learn well on your own, I think. But yeah, of course, having a mentor makes things a lot easier. It's just too hard to find to worry about it. I can be your mentor, but you have to call me senpai, okay? Oh man, how cringe was that? Let's go. So it's random because I think it's getting removed from unvisited too fast. Oh my senpai. Oh, it's bad. It's bad. It's so funny, but it's so bad. Ah là là. The weep shit is really cringe, man. Why am I not exploring every single path? I wish I can delete chat. Yes, I wish I can delete. I can cut out the stream as well. But it's fine, you know. You have to. If you're cringe, at least make it funny. Otherwise, it's just cringe. So it's fine. Fuck me, man. So I think it's like stopping whenever it reaches the end, and I'm not understanding fully why. And I don't think I understand Dijkstra. Like, what the fuck is wrong with me? So I set all of those to infinity. And I'm not sure to understand why removing it. So exploring it like so. That does look correct. This does look correct. A demo of Dijkstra algorithm based on Euclidean distance, red lines, connecting U-prev, blue lines indicating where relaxing happens. I guess relaxing is this. Which gives a shorter path from to you. I've been streaming for 3 hours already. I think I actually did programming for actually 1 hour, but it's fine. I had fun. And at least this day I'm not stuck on part 1 forever. Why would it be random? I'm not exploring every single place. Wouldn't I be exploring every single path in this map? Let's do okay, let's go into example is this one. So set ft is equal to nothing. So we start here where my cursor is, and then we go to neighbor. Then the distance becomes 2 for this, and so he will be the one that is picked. Then so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on and so on. It increases, and there is only one neighbor every time, so it just goes this way, that's forced, and then it reaches here, and there is 2 possibilities. So what he will do is, let's say it goes in that direction. And then let's say in that direction he finds a path to the end. Oh, I think what I understand what happens. So the bad thing that happens is that he will pick a path, either this one, or the one downward. And we know that I mean, the algorithm doesn't know, but we know in our case that the one downward is actually the one that is the longest in this example. But if he picks the one on the right, and he will eventually find his way to the end, the problem is that it's never going to consider the downward path again, because every time it goes 1 square further, this becomes the maximum distance, and this becomes the only square it's gonna consider. Okay. How do I mitigate that? I have no freaking clue. I have no freaking clue. No freaking clue. Maybe I'm applying Dijkstra in the bad situations, in the wrong situations as well. Can I even do Dijkstra for maximum for longest path? Is this Dijkstra for longest path in directed acyclic graph? About the problem, I think it's not possible in general. Fuck me. Being cyclic is not enough, I think. For example, if we want to go from A to C in this deck, if you just replace the main function to the max function, the algorithm would lead to but the longest path is ici. I found 2 special cases where you could use the longest path. Has no optimal substructure for any graph. DAG or not. However, any longest distance problem on G is equivalent to the shortest distance problem on a transform graph. This in sin H value is reversed. If the transform graph is expected to have no... This is Bellman-Ford algorithm. I hate Geeks for Geeks, man. This is the worst website. I thought I should ban it from my search engine. The Bellman-Ford algorithm is an algorithm that computes the shortest path between slower but more versatile, capable of handling graphs in which some edges weight are negative numbers. I mean, in my case, it's not really negative, but I'm using a min instead of a max. No, a max instead of min. So maybe this classifies as like negative weights. Let's dezoom a little bit. Oh, it looks so complicated. okay, no. I'm not coding this. This is too long. I don't have any energy anymore. I've had fun though. Is there any quick way to solve this? Is there any quick way to solve this? I could try to make the first approach faster, the DFS approach. Do searches. Searches. What do you mean? Like on Google and so on? That's what streaches. Is that a word? Is that a word? I mean, my English is it's not great, but what is it? Streaches? Ah, stretches. Fuck me. Do you mean stretches? Like yoga and shit? Yeah, no. Not really into stretching. Like, I mean, I know it's important, but it's staying in a static, uncomfortable position is not fun for me. I like doing body weight training. That's fun because you have movement and you're like pushing like a barbarian to achieve some feat of strength at your own level. But yeah, yoga is not it. But I need I think I need to stop. I think eventually for coding it for too long. Yeah, you see, that's your problem. That's not too long. I mean, I think the streaming part is draining me, but I think if I wasn't streaming, I could stay on this for a lot more time. I mean, of course, it's more fun to stream it, huh? But you're supposed to be like as a real chat programmer. You're supposed to be able to like code for 10 hours straight without any break. If you like the problem, of course. But yeah. What country are you from, by the way, CPN? So I could optimize this, and I'm just gonna India. Yes, I think I'm streaming at the perfect time where absolutely nobody in Europe cares, but people in India seem to be like at the end of the day. So I guess that's a good timing for you. Maybe try to make this function faster with context less, or instead that is a static array and doesn't require any allocations. What's the time there? It is about 4 p.m. I mean, no, 3 p.m. and a half. And I think I need to eat. I need to eat and I need to go for a walk. But okay. Yeah. I think maybe my adaptation of Dijkstra for longest path is a bit garbage. Not maybe Dijkstra for longest path wasn't a good idea after all. Alright, I'm still going to print part 1. Like so. Yes. Does part 1 still work? I think it should. I think it should, although it's taking a long time. Okay, still the correct answer. Still slow as shit, but that's fine. Alright, I will stop here and yeah, it was a decent day. Got to talk about a lot of cool stuff with a lot of cool people and learn a bit about depth first search, I guess. I mean, I already knew how to do it, I guess, but yeah, still fine. Still fun to get at least 1 star in Advent of Code. So yeah, I will stop it here and yep. Boom, 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 boom. 35 stars. Let's go. I'm failing so much, but still fun. Still fun. Anyway, see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Voilà. Tomorrow I think I have to wake up really early to make it because I have to visit my family afterwards. So maybe you guys in India won't be able to watch it if you do stuff during the day, but it will only be this day. What's your holidays? Yeah, it's fine. I mean, as you can see, I've been streaming every day. I've made YouTube videos almost every day about cool topics, and mostly people seem to really enjoy them. Of course, I'm not anywhere close to famous, but it's really nice to go from the talking into the void to talking into some people, and some people are like interacting with you, and I think that's really fun. And yeah. Otherwise, yeah. Besides the lives and the YouTube videos, I've been working a lot on my home lab setup, where I have a Kubernetes cluster at home, on which I'm trying to host a lot of different things. And yesterday I started. I put a Jellyfin instance on there, which allows you to have basically your own Netflix or whatever with all the content you very legally downloaded, and yeah, that has been a lot of fun. I also have put on a PhotoPrism instance because I want to have an online gallery for me and my family, but so far I haven't figured out how to actually synchronize my photo to it. But yeah, it has been a lot of fun. And if you're curious, I don't know if you know Kubernetes, but I can show you. I think that's safe to show. Yeah, that's fine. As you can see, I have 3 nodes, and okay, it's a bit weird, but I'm gonna show it with my camera. Which is a bit like a scuff way to show it, but if you can see down there, like so, like there is the screen in front of them. Fuck. My camera isn't long enough, but there's like 4 little computers and a Raspberry Pi, and yeah, that's my home cluster. So yeah, I bought a bunch of cheap computers and made a Kubernetes cluster out of them. And on the Raspberry Pi there is a DHCP and DNS server. And yeah, anyway, I should do a video about this, but yeah. Yeah, it is really cool. Actually, I wanted to do this for a long time, but I didn't know how to host your own website at home and so on and so on. But yeah, with this home lab setup, well, I have to pay less stuff to a VPS because I was buying a server in the cloud before, which is also nice. But with this setup, the only thing I pay is the electricity to make them run. And in Belgium, the cost of electricity is very high, so that's unfortunate. But yeah, I learned Ansible for this. I learned I learned how to set up a VPN, I learned how to set up a Git server, I learned how to set up a website, I learned how to set up Kubernetes, Docker, or just containers in general. Also Docker Compose, and yeah, you just learn a shit ton of stuff doing this. Like sysadmin or DevOps stuff. So yeah, it has been fun. And you learn also quite a bit about a little bit about hardware because you need to select your own hardware and so on and so on. So yeah, how to get the best bang for the buck. Anyhow, I will stop streaming now. See you tomorrow maybe, and hopefully you do if you CPN if you do a cool small programming project, feel free to share it with me, and I will take a look. That sounds fun. And yeah, bye.